Welcome back, Part 2, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. See, when we left off, we had navigated through that dark cave that I absolutely despise, and now we are on our way to our next boss battle. Very interesting battle, I might add. It definitely sets the tone for the rest of the fights to come in this game. So, the first encounter that you will deal with is the Pain. As his name implies, he likes to dish out a lot of pain. This includes shooting hornets at you, having hornets cover a grenade and take it to you and set it in your lap, a Tommy gun, various different things. Definitely a unique character in the game. Wow. Let's see here. Very easy boss. Smoke grenades and stun grenades are your friend. Again, a lot like with Ocelot, I highly recommend when you're fighting these bosses to incapacitate them by stunning them using stun grenades, the tranquilizer gun. He then... bullet beast. Better get inside the water. It is there for a reason. Bullet bees are these bees that fly at you with this red trail, and they carry a bullet that will impact into you. Let's see. And now he's sending hornets my way, so let's send him a little gift. I don't really mind the hornets. They impact my aim so slightly.
My bullet beast. Get him.
In the water, jumping in the water will get rid of his little hornet attraction gas that he likes to use. The best part about jumping in the water is that you're 95% hidden, nearly invisible to his eyes. Except once you surface, you're kind of in trouble. Let's see.
My bullet beast.
Let's see. You have to duck again because when he does these bullet bees, you can't really hurt him. It's behind these rocks. As soon as you surface, he knows that you're there. It's whoa! Did not expect that to happen. Alright, grenade time, huh? Oh, I can deal with that. I think. There we go. That does it for the Pain. Again, can't emphasize this enough. Tranquilize. Your life will become so much easier, especially if you can hit the enemy in the head. It will dish out so much damage, be able to take them down a lot easier than just firing an AK at them. This is probably the only game that I can think of where guns are not, that lethal weapons are not a preferred method of getting rid of a boss. Incapacitation is the best way to go. Okay, alter my inventory. I'm going to be heading into a woodland setting. We'll keep the raindrop uniform on because I think in the next section I'm going to have to swim past some guards. Camo index at 0, so as you can see, my stamina bar is running into its second quarter, which means that I should probably start looking for food, or even eat some of the food that I may have already. Here, there is some fruit. For the most part in this game, fruit you can't really go wrong with. Most fruit in this game tastes good and gives you a decent stamina recovery, so I guess I'll go on ahead and demonstrate that. Save the calorie mates for when you really need to eat something and replenish your stamina. Was pretty Russian false mango, and you can call up paramedic, and she'll give you info on the flora and fauna around this part of Russia, so she can tell you what's supposed to taste good, what may be poisonous if you eat it. There's even some jokes involved, like you can capture a flying squirrel and ask how it tastes, and she just wants to know why you would want to bother eating a flying squirrel. Those glowing mushrooms, when you eat them, replenishes your battery life for your equipment, like your motion detectors, your active sonar, among other electronics like thermal goggles, night vision goggles. In this particular area, we are dealing with men who are on a hovering platform thing, tranquilizing them. Unlike what a lot of people think, tranquilizing them and then having them drop and their platform explode does not impact your no-kill your no-kill rating. So, which then attracts the other one.
We're under fire. Enemy position unknown. Come in.
What's going on? Respond. What's going on out there?
And since there is no other backup, we can proceed. Swimming is a lot faster in this part as well. You can also go back to a certain area, not too far from where the gator lake was in part 1, and pick up a false gator head, which you can wear, and as long as you swim at a decent pace, you'll be able to stay hidden from the enemy. Let's see about changing our camouflage. It doesn't seem to be like that the raindrop camo is doing very well in water, which is surprising. So we'll use Tiger Stripe for now. And there's an armory over to our right that we're going to raid for supplies, which gives us a sniper rifle, an SVD, which can come into use later in the game. Take care of him. And one more man standing out here on the dock. And that does it for all the guards in this particular area. We'll raid this. We're going to go on ahead and blow it up and make some of the enemies in this area a lot weaker. So let's walk out the door. And bam. And that poor gentleman has just died, so oh well. I've already gone through this game many times without having to kill anybody, so minimal casualties for me is not that big of a deal. Besides, if many of you are probably asking yourself if I'm going to do this, if you've played this game before, then you probably know that you can kill one of the bosses a little bit earlier, and yes, I'm going to do that, not because I don't want to play that boss fight, but it's because of the fact that, for the sake of time, that boss battle can easily be a half an hour to 45 minutes. For the sake of hard drive space and the amount of time spent in an installment of this game, I find it best to skip that fight entirely. In fact, we're going to go on ahead and equip that weapon. Because once this cutscene ends, this upcoming cutscene, you'll be able to take down this particular boss, which is the third boss in line for the Cobras, the End. So we take him down early and not have to deal with him later.
What's going on? Respond.
Patrol here. The enemy is attacking from an unknown position. Begin the alert status.
Acknowledged.
I did not want to do that, game. I wanted to crouch here. So it automatically makes me go underwater for some reason. There we go. Sorry, I just don't want to wait for this phase, this caution phase, to run its course, so I just spent a whole shit ton of tranquilizer darts knocking them all out. Sniping all of them, I don't advise doing because of how loud the rifle is. There'll be one shot, or even two, is a little excessive in my opinion. I really shouldn't have spent that extra bullet killing one of those guards. Let's see, we'll switch to a more urban camo. Black and... let's see... it'd be nice if I had a more urban camo. But I guess black will have to do. In fact, let's have another look and see if I can find something better. When it comes to uniform. Well, Tiger Stripe is better. But still, I don't really have very good camouflage in this particular area. So let's see what I can do. With all of this. Okay. Take care of that gentleman. There should be one up top and desert face camouflage. Huh? What was that? And then he drops. So, a cardboard box. Let's see, do you have anything good on you? Chaff grenades. Very useful if you're caught in an alert phase and they're about to radio in. They can't radio for backup because it's being jammed. See, you have some TNT, and now all of them should be going hungry in the area, which means if I had any poison food or any poisonous snakes, things like that, rotten food, I could throw it at them and they would potentially die, or get a really, really bad stomach ache. If it's a poison animal and then it's also rotten after you've caught it, killed it, then it I think it instantaneously kills an enemy when they eat it. Let's see, jump over that tripwire there. And moving into Granini Gorky Lab. Come on over here, buddy. Come visit your canine friend. Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. Good. Crawl through the fence here. No need to deactivate the electric part. And then to save time, instead of knocking on the door, you can just go through this little hole right here. I believe that does it for all enemies in the area, and there will be an armory that this man was standing in front of, which allows you to grab a prototype M16, along with some ammunition. So I highly recommend picking up the M16, as unlike the AK, it allows you to equip a suppressor. Granted, I don't have a suppressor for it right now. We can find one inside the weapons lab here. So, heading into the weapons lab, though, unless you're playing on very easy mode with the easy gun, I highly recommend using the scientist uniform to sneak around, which is not very convincing at all because you're still wearing your bandana. It's you basically have to make sure that you are not in line of sight of any other scientists, and the guards, you have to make sure that you don't really make contact with them, like face-to-face contact, so that way they have enough time to inspect your face. So, move right down in here. Knock him out because I really want to put him to sleep. He is the primary guy that can call in for backup. So let's see, let's put him to sleep. Uniform, back down to scientist. So just have to run really fast past these guys. On the way back is more of a problem because then they can make direct face contact with you. So this is a cutscene which divulges a little bit more into the origins of Metal Gear, the system itself.
You
And
passed.
I'm just gonna. It's a 40-minute cutscene, so skipping that. Okay.
Who are you?
Crap.
Help me!
Well, looks like we're in a firefight, guys. Because I don't have a weapon to take those guys out, so it looks like we're going to be dealing with some very bad people. Very bad people. Alright, let's see. Splitter. Night, night. Ooh, nice combat knife, man. Knockout handkerchief. Really would have come in handy a little while ago. But now I need to go back through here and I need to get some of the good stuff that's hidden, like this battery here. Let's see, and this is a suppressor for our M16. We can put our scientist uniform back on now to sneak out. That was just a very bad trouble spot. It usually gets me in that spot. Most of the time I actually just try to tranquilize them from that door if possible. I'll wait for a nice little opening. There we go. Let's go on ahead and equip our outdoor camouflage. Let's see, tiger stripe, and it was black, but now since it's daytime, I think splitter will work nice once we're outside, since we're still in an urban environment. Ammo should be replenished over here. More TNT and no other weapons that need to be refilled. Knock that gentleman out. And you, so you don't discover the body. Ooh, a suppressor for the 1911. Just trying to cover my escape route. Let's see. Nice poisonous snake guarding the electric fence. And get ready for another boss battle. To prep for this one, I recommend equipping your thermal goggles that you picked up earlier. Here we are fighting the Fear, an enemy that is invisible. He uses a lot of stamina, and you start out poisoned in this battle by a crossbow bolt to the knee. Insert Skyrim joke here. Let's see. Oh, poison. Duh. I'm using the wrong stuff. Okay, there we go. He uses a lot of stamina, so draining him with the Mark 22 is the best way to kill him. However, he can replenish his stamina by collecting wildlife and eating them, which he will attempt to do probably here shortly. He's already, in the subtitles, he's already complaining about how he needs food. And the higher his stamina, the faster that he probably will move, or unless it's, I think it's actually the other way around. And I've lost him. Ah! The best way to do this is to make sure that you can stop him from gathering food. Like that. And weird ragdoll physics there. Really weird. Freaky tongue explodes. So, and then he drops the spider camouflage, which will drain your stamina rather quickly, but give you a very, very impressive amount of percentage for camouflage. Not 100%, but close. And most of the time as well. The only camouflage besides the stealth camo... oh. Who could have seen me from this? Let's see.
I'm so hungry.
It must have been him.
What's wrong?
I mean, I don't see another guy in here, so it must have just been him. those two. So drop down here for a Mark 22 suppressor. Let's see. Go right through here. And I think this is where we're going to end part 2. We're about halfway through this game already, due to my awesome speed and the fact that the end is dead. That will save us a lot of time. So, after skipping this conversation, I'm going to end it right here. So until next time, Phantasm Mask here, signing off.